Alright then. Going to start off a little different today, because maybe I might do a few things, but let's bootstrap. It's a very specific thing. I try not to make it look too phallic. It's unavoidable in some ways. I feel like to today. I closed left. Sorry. Closed mouth. I have a very specific way to put this together. Actually, I could just duplicate that. Closed left. Okay. And this one. Okay. Make a square one so that we can get a bit of this. Why am I trying to make it look good? I am Scuff incarnate. Okay. Okay, got that. Let's split everything. Okay, 1 second, because I am unsure where this is going to attempt to save to. That's not bad. Okay. Maybe we shall name it Need Coffee. And then we shall export it via scripts. Okay. There it is. Pop open the Photoshop document. Which may take a moment. But yes, plans after this. I need to make a few models for upcoming thing I want to do, and maybe I will work on some algorithms. I've been looking into minimal spanning trees for doing some roguelike level generation, and that has some legs on it. Might not be able to get my Python set up for this, but having it run in a game engine would be a better choice. Yep, GIMP is going to take a minute. There we go. Alright, upscale the sucker to be... using nothing, and then let's just do by 8. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, overwrite the Photoshop. Okay, close that out. Open Live 2D. I think this is behind everything, so I'll have to give it a minute. Have to turn off the Ace Sprite. Though that said, this is actually less complex than last week's. I just made on the fly, but that's how it goes. Okay, that's popped open. Gotta get out of this screen first. Gotta get out of this. Alright, so... a sprite. You're banished to the back. And we can see Live 2D. Alright. Drag in the Photoshop document. Do a standard auto to standard. I'm not doing anything special. Okay, let's group the face. Okay, let's make the arm its own thing and put it on a rotate. And then let's get everything underneath a main transformation. Whoops. First off. There we go. Then get everything under a main body transform. So I'll misspell transform all day long. And add 2 to all these. Give us some room to work with. Okay. Just because I always do this. Okay, and I think today I will actually clip these to main body. So if I move this to the side, oops. No, I can just pull from the list. I have like 9 items. Okay, do I have to hit enter? Will you remember? There we go. Okay. So, right eye open. Let's say at about 40%. 35, I'm feeling daring today. 0. 0. 3, 5, 1. Left eye open. 35. That. 0. 0. 3, 5, 1. Okay. Closed left eye. 35, right before 35. 0. 0. And make this 34.9. There is a 0.001 gap where neither of them are fully 100% opacity, but we will live. Okay, that is the correct one. Okay. 0. 0. 4, or 3, 4, 9. Okay. Mouth group. Why did I put it there? Okay. Change. Alright. So, I tend to just make the mouth a little smaller on close. And right about middle, I have an uptick in size. See, 1 second. 100%. Let me clear that. Let me put this in here. $35 at 50, I want to be at proper size. So this can shrink a little. At here, it's at normal size. Bumping up to here, I enlarge it. And then it quickly falls back down to that, which I will adjust to be slightly out of this. So, and then I have this be 0. Place the 2 endpoints. And then I will have it appear at about 40. Okay, good. 100. 100. Oh, what? Okay, so boom. May want to adjust the scaling a little bit, either go big or go home. I think I want to shrink this a little bit. Just a tad. Yeah. Okay. So, main face group thing. Let's go extreme angles today. Whoops. No. Extreme, I say. So, also need to squish it a bit. So, each bit of this. Oh, no, that's not what I want. I'm going to squish it in. Squish that script. It appears to. That's the whole... Oh, that's the wrong section. Mistakes were made. Okay, so we get over here. We reflect this over. So, whoop, 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 Fair enough. Okay, and this will go down a little bit. If I could select the whole group, thank you. For fun, I think I'm just going to actually have it go squish down. And then for the other side, well, actually, I could just reflect this vertically. Yeah, that's funny. I think I'll go with it. Okay, let's marry those. Let's synthesize us some corners. Bop, bop. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good enough. Okay. I want to try a little something experimental. Ah, I've selected too many things. It's one of those things that you get used to it. I'm not actually doing it really well because I'm doing it very cylindrical, or very on a cylinder. It's very mathematical. It doesn't look right outside of any context but my utter scuffy self. Okay, we'll have that. And then we're going to have the tilt be like this. So tilt, move, tilt, move, tilt. And I'm moving it because otherwise it's all straight up, but every section is crooked. And this makes it look like that it's actually tilting. If I wanted to do it better, I'd make this side go up a little more, but it's good enough. I only want to spend like a half hour doing this at most, which is about normal speed. And we're tilted so far, I have to start doing this. So that means we have a really good tilt. And grab these. Even better. Tilt. Move. Okay. Reflect that. Reflect it horizontally. Room. Good. Okay. We'll use front for shake. So, going to squish this a little bit in. Grab this, squish it a little bit in. Contract it over. Okay, move this slightly. Gotta make sure the bottom stays about the same. I think I might want to rotate it a little bit here. And have the head pull like this. The problem is it makes it look like it's going the other way, so oops. I'm going to try to do an emergency fix. Oops. Oops. And push that over. Push that over. Okay, so that looks a little bit more. Let's straighten these out just a bit. As you can see, like, these are going everywhere. And we want them to look at least a little bit smooth. Okay. Let's reflect that. Horizontal. Yep, that's fine. Okay, and finally, just for this, I want, well, I want this to be on face position going up and down to control how far it goes. So body Y, which is face position Y when I'll link it in. So fully down, minus 20. Fully up. Can we get away with 30? Okay. Coffee's going to get its own thing on this because it's going to need to counterbalance. Okay, and we need to put this right here. So this is 20. And okay, I didn't hit the magic button. So that's 20. And that is negative 40. I didn't move the thing again. Okay. Once more onto the breach, my friends. 20. Negative 40. And for giggles, I will put this on a mild shake. Nope, nope, I want the other one. What are... I hit the... Okay. What's going on? Okay, I use the other transformer I'm not used to. I should get used to them, but honestly, what I do... I just moved one of these before. What is going on? Seriously, what is going on? Okay, rotate, throw it on there. Have that tool selected. Yeah, okay. Fighting tools. Okay. Let's just put it out front to be funny, and that will be -2. This can be this can be 3 or 4. Yeah, let's have it like that. That could be on that. Let's go to physics. Double check. You can see this. Okay. So first off, add shake X. I guess we'll call it. Whoops, I didn't want shake X. We'll have this be on head input because this is 95% head input. Triple pendulum. Let's go with that. -30. 30. -20. 20. Good. Let's see how this runs. Good enough for me. Alright. Let me put this on. It's been roughly 25 minutes. Wasn't as slapdash as the other one. Okay, let's go up. Find the right thing. Coffee, 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 or needs more coffee. There it is. Save that in there. Create the atlas. This sucker is going to need to be big in one direction. I feel it. Okay, everything fits. Okay, export for runtime. Bop. Bop. Okay. Close that down for a minute. Yep, we could save it. And we move this into VTuber Studio. Which I need to back up probably later today. You know what? Let's show the sausage. This is a very sausage stream. VTuber Studio. Please wait warmly. Oh, I think I actually have it off. I can turn it on now. The capture. If I could actually see it. That might have been a mistake. I require more caffeine. She capturing? She not capturing. There it is. Okay, we go in. We load up the new model. I called it need. Okay, it comes in. I just do auto setup. And then I have to change. Turn that off. Face up, down, body X, body Y, which is going to come in off of face position Y. That's going to control the arm and not be linked to that. Alright, I hit the magic button. Whoop, I keep doing that, I don't know why. Hopefully OBS is not trying to claim the USB camera as its own. Okay. If I stand up, does it go higher? No. Okay. So, can I actually get to stuff? Nope, that's not the right thing. Okay, I think I spelled it out plain. Alright. So, let's turn a sprite back on. And I'm just going to lay it out here, as this is clearly where nobody goes to. 256. I want to do a little bit of a promotional video, but as I am quite silly, I'm going to do it extra, and I'm going to rig up about... Let me get the sheet. I need to have at least 5 or 6 script. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 main script type things. One needs to be just a sprite that can go in multiple directions. That should be easy. And then I have to make some sort of VN looking thing. So that's 7. But the first one should be easy. So what I need first, I'll put down the checklist. Greasy car salesman. Showing off a cap. We can fit so many toggles. getting a monster. Metal Gear Solid. Retro Sprite. To be determined. VN. Ping Plus. And then scrib with pointer. So set the scene. 256, 256. This can be plus 128. First idea. I'll actually look up some. Used car sale or used car lot. I have a vision. It is a bad vision. That looks like a nice idea. Probably copyrighted to heck and back, or else I'd show it on screen. But sufficient to say, let me just double check this is up. This is up. Sufficient to say, the roof is here. We got a bunch of cars lined up here. Then we have a thing back there. Then we have the thing, the name on there. So the main idea, the way I envision it, the way I have it put out is scrib here. I am talking. This has kind of, it's actually the same angle I like. Where it's like kind of tilted. And I don't know, call this Scrib's Skin Suit Emporium. Something of that nature. But I want to have a greasy car salesman. What does the internet tell me a greasy car salesman looks like? Oh. Oh, yes. This is what I want to go with. So this is literally a checkered suit and a bowler cap. Well, I think, no, that's not a bowler cap. I am not up on my caps. Yes. Let me just, I'll slap this down. So a quick sketch. Okay, how do I invoke that jacket? I have two options here. One second. I'm going to hide this because I need to, you know, make this anonymous. So give me 1 second. Oh, that's a nice or there. I don't even know if I can say that on YouTube. Well, I can. You can say anything on YouTube once. Okay. So, the two quick Googles gave me this one. It has the right amount of sleaze to it, I'll say that. But this is the winner. I need to figure out how to do that jacket. I'm going to have an arm extended. So I could probably do something simple, like not even do the second arm, just literally have it be like this. But how to do that checkered pattern and not make myself hate myself. The red tie, the red little nap thing needs to be in there. But yeah, this is the right amount of sleeves, but this is the right amount of style. Okay, let's just Oh, I know. Oh, that's evil. I can do that easily, though. And that's the worst part. So, okay. It is... Okay, so that's how they do the pattern. Let's... It is a monster thing. Okay. So, I'm going to be cheating. Cheat to win. Always remember what Lance Armstrong said. 16 by 16, sure. Okay, so this is basically shuriken into shuriken, and then it alternates a lighter version between them. So let's start with the top one. Actually, let's start with this one, and then we can just move over, because this has a bit of overlap. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's 3. That's 3. And I think it's actually squished in a bit, so... Yeah, I think it is squished in a bit. So they're not exactly perfect. Or the thing is. So I think I'm primarily going to go off these two to make that little funky thing. And let's wheel mill it a little bit. Or wheel it. Okay. And that went, yes, it's literally every other one. So you just need to make one row of this. What are you doing? There we go. Oop. This is overkill for what we're working with, but better be overkill than underkill. It'd be better if you're ultra kill, but that's trademarked. Okay, so, whoops, mistakes were made. Okay, this was basically a flesh color. Whoops, what are you doing? I must have hit wand, that's what I did. Oh my god. I cannot do... Excuse me 1 second. The phone beeps and I don't know why. I want it to stop. Okay. And yes, I know I could just do powers and move them over, but it's too late. I've seen everything, Mother. So about that local sports team. Okay, this might need to be a little smaller, but I can shrink it by halves when I need to. But for now, I'm going to go with this. How did it look over here? Okay, so this next one is going to be offset. So I'm going to put it on its own layer for a hot minute. I said I'm going to put it on its own layer for a hot minute. Oop. And then I'm going to select. Why does... I swear. Okay, you know what? Just copy the whole... Let's just duplicate the whole thing instead of fighting this for a minute. Okay, just duplicate. I always have the feeling stuff doesn't properly copy. And I never get why. Okay. So we have this. It is in the same color. You know, this actually just works. But we need to darken this by a bit. So I'm going to drop it 2 tens. That doesn't look right. Let's drop the luminosity by another... Oh, please. Okay, 36. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. And I'm going to drop this by 30. Okay. Okay, let's just delete all the black. We will put the black behind it. Oh, thank you. Once again, never copy the entire screen or attempts to copy everything because, you know, when you're trying to copy something... What is going on? Copy, paste, and it doesn't give me anything. Do I have to stay within the bounds? Yes. Okay, that's dumb. I don't want to fight my program today. It's be a good day not to fight the program. So I literally can't paste it because it goes across the whole screen. Okay, if I go 1 pixel short, will you let me copy and paste? Copy, paste. Yes, if it doesn't go across... Why is that a rule? Okay. You know what? I could just cheat. Select that. Modify, invert. Copy, paste. Can actually do it now. Okay. Select invert. Copy, paste. There we go. Select invert. Copy, paste. Select. I always go underneath modify. I don't know why. Okay, and I can even paste one more time just to do this. Okay, that looks interesting enough. It's not... Maybe I can half it. Let's see how it looks halved. So first off, let's duplicate these two. Call you half. Duplicate that. Call you half. Then hide the originals. Edit. Is there a specific scaling in here? Transform. Edit. Shift. Transform. Rotate. So 120. You know, let's keep it like this. It's readable, and then it gets a little too much into texture. We'll see how it goes later. If it's bad, that works for me too, because it's a bad jacket. Go away. I hit delete on this. Why didn't it delete? Okay, there we go. Just for safety's sake, I'm going to save this. Okay, saved. My work won't go to nothing. Boop. Okay. We merged these down. I know I just named them all, but... Okay. I'll turn it off for now and make the main body. This one's going to be slightly offset, but we still need to have a little bit of symmetry in this. Okay, and I just want to add a bit of back here. There we go. Okay, so that's the main body. Let's add a bit of lighting to it. Contract by 1. The face I mostly keep like completely lit up, even though it doesn't make sense, because otherwise it just looks a bit weird when the mouth goes over. You won't see most of this anyways, but still need to do it. Okay, and we're going to put something on there and call it main body, or main jacket. So what's the make of this jacket? I could do some line work to fake that, but we'll need a basic thing, and I'm just going to use orange. So say fake the neck starts about there. So we go up about that, And then we just have this drop down to like right about here. And they're going to have something that's basically bolted to it called jacket line work. Okay, so we're going to have a little bit on this side. And then we're going to have a little bit that goes in the back, and I might try something a little slick and have this whoops. A little bit of darkness over it. Oh, that's not what I want. I want to put on this one. This one is still going to be orange. Use to dark. Back jacket. And okay. So I'm going to use the selection from this. Whoop. Go into here. Get black. I'm going to have this be a light gray because it is going to, or a dark gray because it's going to be primarily black. So black isn't going to actually exist as far as it's concerned. So we have this. I'm going to turn it into a collar in a minute. The outline's good enough. And I know this is bad pixel art on the edges, but this is a very get it done process. And I live in scuff. So, okay. I might, yeah, I think I'll double up down here. But okay. How does that color work? That color goes like that. So let's say right about here, we will do it at 2. Actually, we need to have it go back here. So we might have to change it up just a bit. So let's have this flare out to about here. We'll have this one come in, which we will overwrite in a second. And then have the 2-1 go down here. There we go. Not quite it, but good enough. And then I could put the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something, something, a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Then I can put the little ascot in there. I'll make it its own thing so it can wiggle a bit. Okay. So once again, on this side, 2s. 2s. Okay. This is probably a bad idea, but it's going to be interesting. I mean, a lot of this is a bad idea. I might actually need to call my bank to get proper things set up. That just seems annoying. Okay. So this one can probably be a 1. Or... no, 3. Oh crap, I need to do this at a different thing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. Okay. Tired of doing it right. Copy paste time. I said copy paste. Okay. Two, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, and we just join that back in. We can get rid of that. We can expand the main jacket. Okay, let's go back over here. That we can do like that. Boom. Boom. There we go. Looking a bit slick there. Okay. Red Chief. Whatever you want to say it. Okay, there's a very particular fault that I'm not going to get on this. But I am just going to give... okay, so we have that. We want a darker color. So let's drop that by 10. Okay, so we select everywhere but that, because I want to have it go like, you know, butt up against this, and then I'll have an even darker one for that. Actually, new layer behind Red Chief. This can go behind there so I can mess with it a little more. So this can wiggle, that can do what it needs to do. Everybody will be happy. Okay, drop this another shade. Just to give it an outline. Okay. And I think I'll use for the joining that color. Then I can go over to this one. And really, all this is going to do is wiggle slightly. It's not going to be doing any heavy lifting of giving any life to this. I'll imply a fold, or a Let's give it a tie. A floating tie. That needs to be behind the jacket. In fact, I need to turn the jacket off. Okay. Yeah, let's do it this way. Okay. Drop this down a shade. Gee, is there any special? Nope, it's just a stamp sword. So let's just do this. Okay. Okay. From then, just because I want to make it feel not like, I want to put in that little bit of okay. And shade this side a little bit more, because it's more in the jacket from the light. And then I think I might give a highlight layer of red. I typically don't dip like that, but desperate times. Not really that desperate. Okay, so it will be one from here. Or, I mean, two. Yeah, two from here, and it'll be like three from the other side. Make it look very round. Actually, four might be good. Okay. Yeah, I don't think more would work unless I want to do a different staircase down. Different line. I mean, I could offset it by like 1 pixel, but eh. Okay, it's a tie. Let's move it into place. There. There we go. What sort of hat is that? Oh god, it has a feather on it. It even has orange. Amazing. Let's do the hat next. Oh, yeah. Okay, I should do the arm. Main body. Tentacle. This is all going to be back here. I'm going to come out of here. So, not have it too thick. I'm going to curve it a little at the end. Okay. Arm jacket. What are the... Okay, there's nothing special about... Do I put a watch on this? It's not on the right arm, but nobody will care. Nobody knows how you're supposed to wear watches anymore anyways. Okay, these two need to be behind the main body. Otherwise they're going to interact in odd ways. There we go. Okay, so... Oop. This can be just as perfect as that part. Which isn't that perfect. I will slice off another line. And then I will add another line. Past here, I don't really care. That said, I need to be able to rotate this. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, and that should be fine. Okay, let's turn that on. This might be a little too thick. So, whoop. No, it is not too thick. That's fine. I'll live with it. Arm, jacket, line. Ba, ba, ba. No, I want arm jacket. Actually, this should probably... Ah. What the heck did I click? Oh, I never knew that. Okay, you click the eye, it turns everything on. Well, that's nice to know. Okay. Okay, let's just, you know, let's turn everything off. Turn jacket line work on for a second to steal the color. Turn that off. And then get back to this. This I'm not going to be so fancy on. So this is in the back, it's going to move, it's going to change the direction. So what I don't want to have happen is, like, if this is like vertical, you could get away with that, having a thicker bottom, but it doesn't shift in a way that would read to anyone. Okay, these are two. Well, it's a jacket, is not a... It's not even a taunt jacket, so... Now, for that pattern thing, I know a few anime used it. I'm pretty sure a few cartoons used it too, because it's cheap. You just make a pattern and you mask it in. Which back in cell days would be, you know, very easy to do. You just don't paint that section. The one I'm trying to think of is Space Count of Monte Cristo. That is the one that literally kind of hurts to look at for the first 2 episodes. And then you get used to it. It's Gen something something, and I just cannot remember its name. I know Madoka had it for, like, some parts for not even, like, trying to be otherworldly. It's just literally what I remember is this bed sheet had it. And then I never saw the effect used again, and I think it was just used because they needed it to be cheap for that section. It was like literally 20 frames, probably. A second of animation. Okay. Do we want a watch? No, no, it wasn't even that. It was just literally, I think, her waking up her, Madoka waking up her mother. Yeah, so that is 4. Like, the otherworldly side, yeah, I can see it being everywhere, but this wasn't that. Okay, will this read properly? Nah, this is getting too much intricate. Okay. Let's turn everything back on, turn off the pattern, and get this hat. Excuse me 1 minute. Okay. Oh, I need to get the tentacle to have proper coloring. So I'm just going to swoosh it like this. Very definitive. Okay, I'm going to properly chunk these. Now I'm going to fail horribly at drawing a hat. That said, in the history of games, hats have always been the thing that's been used the most because it's really easy to put on a 3D model. You know, I will. Let's just thicken this up. Let's just thicken that a little bit. And I think we can just do the outline. That looks about good enough. Okay, let's drop the shading on it. 23. Actually, I can just do it this one. Yeah. 64. One. And now for that pinch thing, which is weird, but it's a part of it. So let's drop that. And say it goes from here to here. Pinches in. But make that roundish. How does that look? Terrible. I think I'm just going to go over it like that. Okay. Is that literally a feather in the back? I'm not going to go that far. That's too much fiddly at the moment. So... Oop. New layer, left eye. And do my standard setup. Just a little offset. Well, I'll move it all later, but... Closed left eye. Okay. Open mouth. Three, 1, 2. Okay. Oh no, that's closed mouth. Well, I'm duplicating it anyways. Okay. Okay, we got something. So, first off, move all this, select it all by that. And, oops. First, let me turn off that. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. that looks about good. It can go off the side of the face, and I can warp it drastically as it does so. And then I can just maintain going in. It'd be quite of the weird that I go with. Now for the part I always mess up. Slicing. That said, I have to say the actual riggers and model makers do a lot more actual slicing than I do. But I have a very specific skill set. They probably could do it too, the way I do it. I go for maximum speed. Alright. So, let's see how this abomination comes together. I'm going to hit the button, so I'm going to turn this off for a second. Scripts, export a Photoshop document, use skin suit salesman. All I'm going to say, because the weird ways the script works, I was instantly greeted with this upon success. I don't know how to feel about that, but it seems fitting. Alright. Okay, let me turn off Ace Sprite. Let me go into this folder. Skin Suit Salesman, open that up in Photoshop. As before I've mentioned, I need to upscale this, but also, technically there's a bug with how this Ace Sprite plugin exports stuff as Photoshop documents. And it kills, it doesn't set up things properly in the layers, and Live 2D is very specific on how it wants its layers. Okay, you have been scaled up. You have been overwrited yourself. Okay, I can close you now to save some memory. And let's open Live 2D again. Message from Live 2D. Okay, you can go away. That's the wrong folder. You can go down. Bop. Okay, first things first. This is going to reverse clip into the following. Main jacket and arm. It's going to clip into that. And then these are going to clip into pattern, I believe. And almost. Do I bring this to the front? Is that what I'm thinking? That's what I'm thinking. Okay. There we go. What hast thou wrought? Okay, you can be at 50% opacity. I don't think you did a thing. Let's ignore you for now. Otherwise, let us bring line work to 700. This literally might be too loud. I'm not sure if orange is the better color. Okay. Let me back up a bit. Let me put this at 500 like it was before. Because I know there's a way I want to do this. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to have to make a separate one for the arm. So, for arm, I'm going to duplicate this. Copy, paste. I'm going to call it pattern arm. The arm I'm going to send and it's going to send back to 450. Tentacle I'm also going to send back to like 400. Arm pattern is going to be 450. And it is going to target the arm jacket. Okay. If I say this is 451, everything works out. And it's not going over the top of this. Kinda, sorta. Because I'm losing all the body back there. So I think this can't target the back jacket, and we might just need to redo that. So, stop targeting that. Copy. Paste. Call this pattern back. We're going to $400, $300, $200. Okay. So now you are targeting. Oops, that's the wrong one. You are now targeting. No, you are targeting back jacket. And you are going to be on. And you're going to be at 50% opacity. 70%. Push it for 75. There we go. Okay. We are going to auto this as a standard. Boop. And then we are going to group them as I usually do. So that is face group. That is going to be, I'm just going to have a rotate on the hat. The hat can rotate and wiggle. The tentacle can have its own rotate as well. And once again, I think I'll actually do the same thing I did before, and I will just have this go off of head up or down. Body X. So down can be -10, -20. Yeah, sure. And then it can be like 15. And I will also say that given a point, it will be move point. Wait, was that on body X? That should be on body Y. It'd be nice to have a search in here. But I think if you start putting the groupings, you can start doing it nicely. But anyways, body Y. Now, the arm point... I'm just going to shift things a little bit to make everything more painful. Whoop. I forgot to include that. There we go. Okay, back to move point. Whop. Move out to about here. And have it pull in a little bit. There we go. Tie, shake. Tie, shake. Have a little bit of tie, rotate. Nothing too exciting. 7, 10, negative 10. And I'm just going to put a little bit of tie warp. Just going to have it do a little bit of this. And mirror it the other way. Okay. At shake X. Just literally going to do this. Nothing too special. That said, at shake Y. At shake Y. This, however, when it goes up, it's going to pop. And then come back down. Let's synthesize me some corners. Okay. Now let's get into blinks. Boop. I'm feeling at 40s today. So, off. Okay. And then a closed right eye. Okay. Drop 40. Doo-doo. Adjust and make that 399. %50 chance it's messed up. Nope. Yep, it is. Adjust this because I messed up. Okay. Then do my standard thing for mouth. Which is to say... shrink. Oops. Shrink. Then put one right here. Was big. And then adjust it to actually be the proper... I keep doing this and I don't know why. Okay. Put you a hair's breadth of shy of that. Okay, make sure all mouths are linked to main body. Same for all eyes. So I'm going to do the trick I just did 5 minutes ago. And then I can start the face X and Y. So this one is going to be interesting because I'm not actually going to be able to reflect it properly. So I want this to go off the face, very much so. And then start doing a little bit of squishes in order to round it out. And then this can just, you know, I could grab it right. Okay, there we go. And this can just go like that. And just a little bit of up and down. And then we can synthesize them corners. Synthesize me. Okay. Into physics, we are going to add tie shake. This is going to be a body input and it's just going to be long hair. Don't need to do more on that. Just add that to tie output. And that's it. I'm going to increase that by 10 because I find these very anemic. Okay, we're going to add hat X. This is going to be head input. This is going to be clothing. Let's go with heavy. Once again, 25 because I find the default settings a little too fiddly for my taste. I want to have more grandiose movement. And we're going to add this to the X. Okay. And then we're going to head at Y, which will be the bounce, and I will set it to head and clothing heavy. But instead, we're going to change this to angle Y and body Y, so that it's doing the up-down motion. If I could find body Y. Is body Y already in there? Nope. Brow, mouth, tick. We body X. There it is, okay. So, negative 20, 20, negative 20. Okay. And we're going to add this to at shake Y. I may need to recolor all the line work, because the line work is basically vanished in all this. But anyways, the deed is done. Let's see how it looks. Oh god, that's made to just make things hurt. Let's see if we can improve the lines though. So I'm going to save this. What do you see on your side? Okay, you don't see that. It's not going to show anything, but I'm always curious what I'm just messing up. Yeah. I think that those are going to need to be black. I'm trying to think of the fastest way to update this. I mean, we used this trick already. Also, those line... Oh, I think part of it is because the line work is not proper. So that needs to be behind the body, so that needs to be like 450. 500. Okay, there. Okay, that helps a lot. Oh, where's... Yeah, okay, one second. We need to get these guys up on the front. This needs to be like... full stop 700. And I think, this part can be part of the tie. Sort of shake. That said, tie, tie, tie. There's tie. All right. Let's put a little warp on you. On the both of you. Okay, so... push a little. Actually, I can't not push it that way, because bad things seemingly happen a little. Just a little bit of motion. Let's see how it looks. I might need to just thicken the lines. And I think for head rotate, I'm going to need a second tie warp. Tie, head, move. Oop. Okay, so as the angle of the head changes, over here, we'll have this move just a bit like that. And then over here, this can like basically just disappear under most of this. Let's see how that looks. And with that said, we could do a little with the hat. So this part can stretch. This part can squish. That's default. This is turning in more, so the whole thing, this front part can move over, and this part can squish. Okay. Oh, it's so dirty of a trick that it works. I think I'm going to buff the lines. And then call it good. Okay. So is A sprite back up on the screen? Let's try to back up. Okay. Close everything. Go into body. Go into line work. Okay, let's turn everything off but line work. Okay, there we go. Let's do this actually. Contract by 2. Select, modify, invert, thick lines. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, how does this read with the... Okay. Modify, contract by 2. Control-Shift-I. Control-Shift-I. Track by 2. Control Shift I. Control Shift I. Track by 2. Control Shift I. Control Shift I. Track by 2. Control Shift I. Control Shift I. That's some thick line, but let's give it a test. So export. Boop. I still find that funny. Okay, let's turn this off for a second. Everything's in memory, so I can undo it if need be. Let's re-import this into here. And then image. Scale image by 8. Scale. Exportamundo. And then drag it back in and do the dance. Replace. Okay, look at that. It actually, it's overkill, but I think we kind of need it. Let's see how this just looks in motion. I need to do the arm next, but you can actually see the suit edges, so. Yeah, okay, that is the way to go. Maybe could have only done it with one, but we will see. Anyway, back to that. Yeah. Turn them back on. The only reason why I did it at 2 is because I can't do a find one thing because it'll just get hung up everywhere. Okay, anyways, arm group. This is like a gag for 5 seconds. Okay, back group. Oh, there wasn't even any line work back on that one. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, that's all sitting on my local. I specifically made these folders to, or this, the secondary deployment so that I would be able to work like this. Because I have my Steam set up, but then, because if you buy a sprite through the Humble Bundle, you are able to get it in multiple places. Okay, we want to open recent. We want to increase its size times 8. Scale. Overwrite. Close. Import. Okay. There we go. Excuse me. Alright, I'm back. So for the next part, going to warp the jacket just to give it a bit more life in this. I should have taken a second more. So I'm going to need like 6. So that's going to be 9. I don't care much about the X stuff, but the angles here is what I do. So head moves over like this. I want to squish this a little bit. Okay, it's hard to tell if it's working or not because the brain does not want to comprehend. Okay, so we have that squish a little bit, have this extend over, or in this case just blatantly move over a little bit. And then this way, I'm just going to grab these parts, move over, fiddle this a little bit. I don't think it should be like that. This needs to be in here. Let's bring this to standard, bring this underneath this. It is made to be painful, truly. Okay, let's give this a shot. Oh, this is just made to make your eyes bleed. Okay. So, let us also have just a little bit of color go down. Okay, so I think the tie has to also go down as well. Simple enough. Okay, synthesize me some corners. Okay, how do you look now? God, this is terrifying. That is the loudest suit I've ever seen. This is truly an abomination. Okay, I think I might only go for a half hour more. But this is progress on something. I don't think I'll put a Y in there. There's no real point. Because the whole gimmick is, you know, let's load this up. Okay, 1 second. Don't know where it's going to try and save to, so please wait warmly. So we got the basic save. We need to make the atlas, which is just make this be 248 by 4 da da da. Oh, I don't. Okay, it needs to be a straight up 40K. Okay, or 4000. I still don't have enough. This atlas is going to be huge. There we go. And it still has so much wasted space. Export to runtime. Where do you want to put that? Yep, that's the right one. Okay, I have to close Chuba Studio for a second. So, bop. Maybe there is a way to hot load models, but I don't know how to. Why are you freezing? Can you crash? Is my computer dying? Yep, you're not sending a report. Okay, there we go. So save that down. Skin suit. Copy skin suit into Live 2D models. And then I can turn this back on. The Chuba Studios starting up. Okay. So we load. Oops, that's the wrong one. So we load up the skin suit salesman. Used skin suit. Okay. Copy from another model. That is going to be coffee. They're on the same mostly setup. Copy. Copy. Okay. Turn that off. Webcam, turn on. Okay, I need to turn that off. I thought I turned that off. Okay, I turned it back on. 'Cause I am dumb. Okay, so there's no Y stuff. That's tracking right. Do I need to go more for base position X, or is that just messed up? I think that's messed up, but this wasn't supposed to be, Okay, so face body rotation X. That is face position. That should be. Okay, so this just isn't seen it. Let me put proper values in there. Do I need to really boost this to get anything out of it? Quite possible. Let me put it at 50. So I stand up. Does it go up? I go down. No. Oh, there it goes. It's seen it a bit, but... Okay, let's say that's 15, and that is 6. There we go. It's because the bottom was so... Okay, let's return this back to sanity. So what was happening is that my default bottom is about here. I can't go any lower than this without trying. And going up there. I think I have this backwards at how it would need to be, but that's fine. This is going to be for animation only. This is going to be going like, welcome to Scrib's Skin Suit Emporium. Come inside for a deal. Actually, no, let me... Welcome to Scrib's Skin Suit Emporium. Come inside for a deal. We have a bunch of wide selection of items for you. Something of that nature. Welcome to Scrib's Used Skin Suit Emporium. Come inside for a deal. We have skin suits of every shape and size and budget. I'll write something better. But, imagine the arm going a little bit while that happens. Yeah. Proper. Okay. Let me... I'll keep this up, but I am going to flip the... physics on the arm going up and down. Arm rotate. So reflect. So when it's down, yeah, okay. So when up, up, down, down. Okay, so right now it's kind of iffy, but yes. Question is, I'm not quite sure how I would animate with this. And also, I might just call it time after this, a little bit of this, but yes. I suppose I could play with the animation side. Let me save this out. Let me say new animation. We're going to be saying that's for video. We have a scene. And we're going to draw a skin suit over here. This is the part that always confuses me. Okay. Okay, so we are in this animation. Oh, we drag this down to the line. This could be seen. This could be seen. Let me fool with this a bit and see what's going on. So first off, we want to scale this to about like 20%. Then we put you in the corner. Then we never touch this again. Okay, and I think I can hit this button. And then I have to hit this button, which seems weird. It's like, no, I don't want to look at these, but... Okay, let me, remove the majority of... these, and I hit this. Yeah, okay, they go away. So we have this start up. We have the body wide down. We have this over. We have the mouth start out closed. Wait, does the mouth never fully shut? Did I screw that up? I think I did. Yeah, I never closed the mouth. Okay, I never... Oh, boy. Okay. Okay, so we have mouth toggle, we have mouth open. So for the most part, going to be off. Then at about, I think that is 45? 4? Boop, boop. Yeah, that works. And adjust that to be slightly on top of that. Yeah, there we go. We got proper mouth flaps going on. I think I want to tone down the hat Y bounce. It's funny, but it's a little much. I want to say by 25%. Actually, half it. Man, this exists to make people's eyes bleed. Okay, I think this is good. If about 15 minutes, 14 minutes off till end of hour, but I think I need to get and do a few things. So I'll thank you for coming to see this, and I will have the sin of having to reuse this model later. Well, kind of, sort of. I'm still not quite sure how to properly do it, and I think I might just have to literally do it in takes. That's going to suck. This mouth doesn't close. That's terrible. Okay. Well, thank you for joining. Have a good rest of your day, or beginning of day, whatever time it is. But for now, I'm going somewhere else. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.